Let's take a look at what a learning plan is over the next 4 courses. As technological innovations that improve how money and capital are transferred, raised, and invested. Therefore, our courses will be structured as deep dives into each of these 3 segments and analyze both the technology and the business side of innovations in these segments. Fintech innovations in the capital transfer sector are about the digital challengers to financial institutions that promise to make paying for things and getting paid faster, cheaper, and more secure in the first course, which we'll call PayTech. We examine the payment innovations that do not rely on decentralized technologies such as blockchain. A good example of this type of innovation is the digital and mobile wallet. For instance, PayPal, Apple, and Android Pay. Well, first look at how things are traditionally done before these innovations and connect the specific inefficiencies of these practices to the specific technological advantages of the innovations. The second course in the series, which we call CryptoFinance, examines payment innovations that do use decentralization. Well, first, look at the technical aspects of the blockchain, which powers the thousands of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. As usual, we'll identify the specific advantages of blockchain's decentralized record-keeping technology and connect them to current inefficiencies in the transaction system on the business side. Well, first, look at the angle of blockchain as a treatable asset. That is the market dynamics of cryptocurrencies, how they are priced, and their role via fiat currencies, such as a dollar. Well, then look at the angle of blockchain as a business, and show you some real experiences and lessons from growing a new business idea based on the blockchain into a profitable company. The next course in our series, which we call CreditTech, looks at how fintech is helping both individuals and businesses raise capital more broadly and more efficiently. Start with how things are currently done and how credit actually works from both a finance and statistical point of view. Then we'll deep dive into how fintech is disrupting this equilibrium. We'll first look at the lending market and see how peer-to-peer based platform lending could expand credit access to both individuals and small businesses, and how to translate this customer expansion into profitability. We then turn to the equity side and see how our traditional initial public stock offerings, or the IPO, could be complemented by the myriad of new funding opportunities enabled by online crowdfund and also by crypto token-based fundraising vehicles, such as the initial coin offering. Well, then combine these markets together and look at how fintech disruptors are competing on the entire fundraising spectrum, and how incumbents are existing financial institutions like banks should respond. The fourth course of the series is called InvestTech, and not surprisingly, they deal with how fintech is fundamentally changing the way that we invest money on the technology side. We'll deep dive in the application of machine learning and artificial intelligence and see how they could help us better select stocks, form more targeted portfolios, and manage our long-term investments. We'll also look at how big data, particularly new unstructured data for mobile sources and social media, could help better understand the consumers and better plant their wealth. On the business side, we'll examine the business models of the new robot advisors, which combine online platforms with machine learning to deliver customized financial advice at a low cost. Hopefully by now, you'll notice a common theme from these descriptions. That is the intricate link between the technology and the finance in the world of fintech. There are many finance talents, and there are many tech talents. The emerging problem is that sometimes there is a communication barrier between the two sides. The finance people don't understand the technology well enough to make the customer's pitch. And then the tech people don't understand the finance well enough to design the optimal product. The goal of this series is to bridge this gap. Throughout the courses, we'll learn to be well-versed in the languages of both tech and finance. Well, we have a good knowledge of the core fintech concepts and connect these technical know-how to both financial theories and market practices, so that we could be an effective communicator between the tech and finance sites. Decipher fintech beyond just the buzzwords, understand their specific value propositions, and provide critical judgments on new technological ventures.